Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Dana of the Dead. Today I'm going to be discussing the horror sci-fi film Infinity Pool. This film was directed by Brandon Cronenberg. It stars Mia Goth and Alexander Skarsgård, and it has a runtime of an hour and 57 minutes. There is certainly a lot to talk about in this one, so let's just get right into it. So when I was going over my upcoming 2023 horror films, I did not know Mia Goth was even in like a movie coming up besides Maxine. And so I got really excited when I was going down the list, and some of them I wanted to maybe see a trailer for, some I just read a tiny description for. But for this one, I did watch, I'd say, at least half of the trailer. And going into it, I had literally no expectations whatsoever, which is the best way to set yourself up, in my opinion. So I went into it. I would say the only expectation I had was seeing Mia Goth, and I knew that was going to be met. So I was already meeting my expectations beforehand, and I didn't care if the movie was ass. So Alexander plays James Foster, and he's married to M. Foster, who's played by Cleopatra Coleman, who, by the way, is gorgeous. I mean, that first shot of her, her eye color, everything, she's just beautiful for real. And then Mia Goth plays Gabby. And Mia Goth, I didn't realize beforehand was going to be the antagonist of the film, which is very cool because she plays a great crazy bitch. I'll tell you that much. And we definitely got another fantastic performance by her. I mean, at certain points, she just gets under your skin. You're like, holy shit, can you shut up? I want to slap you. James Foster and M. Foster are vacationing on this fictional island, and it was so beautiful. I couldn't take my eyes off the screen, so I had to figure out where it was filmed, and it was filmed in Croatia. My God, some of those shots were absolutely breathtaking. And so M and James Foster are on vacation, and James is a writer. He wrote a book 6 years ago. He's trying to find inspiration. He runs into Mia Goth on the beach, and she is a fan of his book. And so they couple up, go on a date. Let's just say that the couples, get together and they go outside of the gated resort, which is not something you're supposed to do. And there's a very random and uncomfortable as hell jerk off scene. And I think it was put there to prepare the viewers for how uncomfortable this movie is going to make you. They get into a little trouble when they go out, and stuff just starts to get very wild. Let's just say this film has a lot of gore, a lot of intense moments, a lot of confusion, and a lot of trippy elements as well. There's also full frontal nudity of men and women, one of those women being Mia Goth. I believe she didn't have a body double, but that's just wishful thinking, I suppose. I've also never seen anything else by Brandon. I know he has a film called Possessor, and I haven't seen that. And I know he has other stuff too, but I haven't seen any of his other work. I would say he uses this green lighting, especially in the hallways, and like there's just this color to it that makes me really anxious. This movie is the movie Mother on steroids. So this movie takes you on a wild ride through the lens of rich people that can get away with whatever they want. And also, James Foster is the most gullible person ever. He just falls into everything. And I'm like, how desperately are you looking for inspiration? I mean, he would just do anything that Mia Goth said. I don't blame him. James is put through some mental gymnastics for sure. I mean, this is like a mental torture film, and it's fantastic. The whole idea of what this country does to, kind of cover up crimes and whatnot. is extremely far-fetched, especially for a impoverished country. I mean, yes, they're getting money for doing what they're doing, but how do you even come up with this? Like, this isn't something that most people can just go do. It's not something that is really existent to our knowledge. That far-fetchedness kind of took me out of the film a little bit, but then I'm like, you know what? Let's just stay open-minded. So when I was taking notes, I labeled this movie as a torture action porn, nightmare fuel type horror. Like it just will make you feel like a little bit claustrophobic and just like mind fucked. It's like if someone like doses you on acid and then completely just like does some really messed up stuff in front of you and just will scar you for life that he was put in these situations. But I also am like, I would have never done that myself because I'm not a crazy person.
Bruh.
The only negatives I can really think of are just trying to think of how realistic this could be. Some of the decisions that James made, I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? Like, get it together. Like, get the hell out of here and go home now. Oh my God. Please, just so uncomfortable. It's a weird film and it's different and it's fun and it keeps your attention. I will say there is a pretty brutal stab scene and it was just felt like it was going on and on and on because I was just like, what the fuck? Like, this movie left me making this face at least 10 times. I was like, what a concept this film came up with. And there's definitely comedic relief that is very well needed. I wouldn't literally walk away and say I loved that film, but I really liked the film. So it's just teetering. I think maybe the sci-fi aspect of it. I've never been a big sci-fi person, so that kind of element takes me out. There were some really great performances, especially by Mia Goth. I will say I didn't really like the way they did her hair and makeup though. It feels like James Foster is literally living out a nightmare. And his wife seems to be the only one that has her head on her shoulders. And they have like the comedic relief and like these people just go back to normal like nothing ever happened and it's like what? You fucking psychopaths? I still would say it's teetering on the horror because I really think it's like gore porn and thriller and mindfuck type intensity. Like Natural Born Killers in a way. Not really, but you get it if you saw the movie. So this might have been my first spoiler-free review for the most part. It was not easy because I want to say things and I can't. All right, guys, thank you again for sticking around. I definitely would suggest going to see this film. Please like, comment, subscribe, anything you want. I will have more reviews coming soon. And I hope you guys have a great day, night, weekend, whatever. Thanks again.